Welcome to Midlife Schmidlife, the online community for listeners who want to redefine the middle years and recreate their lives lived to the fullest. Join our host, Liz Applegate, as she interviews guests over the age of 40 who are turning their maybe somedays into today and going after their dreams. Let's get the party started.
Hey Schmidlifers, welcome back to the Midlife Schmidlife podcast. I'm your host, Liz Applegate, and this is episode 18 of the podcast. So let's just take a look at the calendar. This is Saturday, and my episode should have been published on Wednesday. So I am calling this very short episode, Life Happens. I could rush and try to get out the interview I had planned for this week, but I don't want to short the runtime. You see, it's a great episode with Shirley Weir on taking ownership of her health care and talking to her doctor about perimenopause. It's a great conversation, so please expect that episode next Wednesday. Right now, though, I want to talk about when life happens. And I'm not talking about, just the day-to-day life that happens every day. In this case, I want to talk about circumstances that take over and we get overwhelmed on taking care of that task at hand. It just takes center stage. This happens. This happens often. It could be a work project or a volunteer project. It could be someone is ill. Maybe it's something we've put off and now the immediacy has taken over. In my case, I have some changes, some good changes that are coming up, but they happened a lot quicker than I expected. And getting everything ready for this needed to happen before this coming Monday. I will share, though, what I did differently this time than how I usually handle these life happen circumstances. So instead of staying up past midnight to complete everything I felt that I should be doing and creating this unhealthy cycle of being tired and being cranky and not making any progress, I decided to take a look at the shoulds that were going on. I'm big at looking at the shoulds in our lives because often they are a self-imposed standard. Even if we feel we are letting someone else down by our actions or inactions and not meeting their shoulds, by us adopting those shoulds, we can be operating not out of our own values, and that can leave us feeling very empty. So I'm going to give you an example. There's a big should in the podcasting world that we should never miss a published date. We should always be consistent, or, oh my gosh, your listeners will bail on you and find another show. So the reality of this should is really big for me, right? Because let's be honest, I just launched the podcast in June, and so here I am already being flaky on the published date. And I don't disagree with showing up as promised, but I somehow felt that the Schmidlife listeners would understand. I feel that you've been in a place that your energy was being directed elsewhere and felt that showing up the best that I could this week could maybe be an example for you to draw upon later. So this week, I prioritized and handled what I could, offered myself some grace and understanding, and moved to offer the remainder of the week the best possible outcome. No guilt, no second guessing. And I'm also looking at how to set up a process so that hopefully this won't happen too often. To honor the Schmidlife listeners, which is you, I gave myself a couple of extra days to edit and publish this week's episode. And when I realized that I wouldn't be honoring my guest by cutting the runtime short, I decided to record this for you instead. I feel that in making this decision, I'm honoring you, I'm honoring my next guest, and I'm honoring myself. Now for some good news, I want to welcome all the iHeartRadio listeners. The Midlife Schmidlife podcast can now be listened to on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. So be sure to head over, subscribe, and leave a rating and review. Your endorsement helps to spread the Midlife Schmidlife message. And since this is a short episode, I want to put out an additional call of action for you to connect with me by email. I'd love to hear what you want to listen to on the Midlife Schmidlife podcast, whether it's a topic or someone to interview. Possibly that could be even you. You can email me at liz@midlifeschmidlife.com. midlifeschmidlife.com, or head over to the website, midlifeschmidlife.com, and click on the Contact tab and fill out the contact form. While you're there, sign up for the Insiders List to receive updates on shows and upcoming events and programs. And I'm trying out a new service this week. You can also join the email list by texting midlife to 444-999. You'll be directed to add your email address, and like magic, you will be on the list. In closing, I want to ask how you can honor yourself today. What shoulds could you look at? And what shoulds can you ask if it's really true and if it aligns with your values? Honestly, look at a thought, an expectation, a situation where should is coming up and ask, is this really true that I should? Now, this is a technique described by Byron Katie in her book, Loving What Is. It's a simple and powerful exercise to practice anytime you feel a pull in a different direction, because often we form the belief system that we should be doing something based on a one-sided perspective. So join me next week for a powerful interview on partnering with your healthcare provider and building a healthcare team.
Thanks for joining Liz for the Midlife Schmidlife podcast. Remember, some days are never on your calendar until you put them there. Until next time.